Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be building a summer cottage in Bloxburg. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Welcome back, or welcome to another video. Honestly, opening my video editor felt like dusting off a book on a bookshelf. Like, it has been a minute since I've touched this video editor. But yeah, I've just been really caught up with a lot of things just happening, but we're good now, guys. Today we're building a cottage because I thought I just don't build enough houses in Bloxburg, and I feel like you can't really go wrong with a cottage. As I was building this, I really just let myself build. I didn't have much inspo. I might have grabbed some off of Pinterest, but for the most part I just built, and I attempted to do some custom building here and there, one of which is this roof. Don't really know what I was going for. Again, I just built and see where it takes me. It definitely was something, but you know when you build something and you don't realize how disproportionate or crooked it is until you take a step back? Yeah, that's kind of what happened here, but we don't talk about it. The effort was there, let's just say that. This is exhibit A of why I cannot be bothered to look up a tutorial or learn how to build straight. I really wanted to play around this time and try building custom, so I had the idea of doing a custom arched door. I was a little disappointed because as I was looking in the door section, Bloxburg doesn't have any arched doors, or if they did, they just were not the vibe. So I went ahead and just built my own. Definitely took a while. I feel like custom anything is just so tedious, but it is worth it sometimes, and it's also a great way to learn and get better at building. So I'm going on vacation really soon, and I'm so excited. I'm going to be leaving this continent for the first time ever in my life, and I will be sure to definitely tell you guys more about it when I get back. But I wanted to bring this up because I needed to go shopping in preparation for this vacation because the weather conditions there are very opposite from here, or I guess the weather's just abnormal, and yeah, I'm just not prepared. So okay, there are so many pros and cons of online versus in-person shopping, and I had to do both the past couple of weeks as I was looking for clothes. Let me just say, I do love online shopping because you can find a product so easily through a search bar and boom, you have what you want. But I feel like when you go in person, it's more spontaneous. You just look through a few racks, and if you find something, oh yeah, I need that, then you grab it off the rack. But if you're looking for something in particular, I feel like online is a lot easier. But you know what makes me so mad is waiting for packages. I'm so impatient. Like, I see something online, it's the most perfect thing ever. I buy it and boom, now you have to wait a few days for shipping. And I hate how they keep sending me emails. All I'm doing is like checking my phone first thing in the morning, looking at the tracking. I don't know why. Obviously, checking it won't make it come faster, but it's that anticipation that just builds up, and I get so excited, but it's also so annoying. Whereas in person, you can just grab it, buy it, and instantly you have it in your hands. I will say though, I bought a lot more in person than online. Even though I'm not in a rush, I'm still tracking my packages. Like, I just want it to come to my door instantly. Speaking of packages, you know, sometimes couriers will drop something off at your house and you have to do a signature. I would assume most of your parents would do this, not yourself if you're really young, but sometimes these couriers need a signature for proof of delivery. I remember someone telling me that your signature doesn't even have to be like your ordinary signature. It can be anything. And yesterday I went to a boba shop with my friend, okay? And I decided to use my credit card but insert it. Usually I just tap and it will process the payment just like that. But when you insert your card, you need to put in a PIN. So I decided to try that yesterday because I've never actually inserted a credit card. I usually just tap. And this very odd time, okay, that I decide to insert my card. I make the payment, it goes through. Okay, then I stand to the side and wait for my drink. Then the lady at the counter calls me over. She has my drink, but she holds it in her hand, and she first tells me to do my signature on the screen where I paid on. And I thought it was so strange because I didn't see anyone else doing signatures. I thought maybe because I inserted a card, it's just different. So looking at the screen, I was like kind of freaking out because I'm like, why do they need my signature? But okay. And this is where I remembered when someone said that you can do whatever you want. So I was like, you know what? Today I feel like doing a heart. So with my index finger, I draw out a little heart and then it goes through and boom, I got my drink. Still don't really know why they asked for my signature at a boba shop too. Like, why so serious? Speaking of hearts, you will notice that there's a very obvious theme going on with this build. I ended up doing heart shutters, which turned out really cute. And then I got a little carried away. I was really liking the hearts and decided to glam up this entire cottage with hearts. So yeah, I hope you guys can appreciate the hearts as much as I do for absolutely no reason at all. They're just hearts. Also, I really hope to build some more summer things this summer, but I do need help with ideas. So please, 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 if you have any ideas of what I can build this summer, comment down below. Looking back on my channel, I used to post so consistently around 2022. Like every single weekend I would have something out. That is not even close to possible for me now. Okay, to be fair, that was during the summer, but right now, you guys, on average a video would take me about 2 weeks total to complete. I don't follow that timeline all the time. Like right now, I filmed this footage a little bit ago, but the editing process also takes a couple weeks for me because every day I only have like a couple hours in my day to actually edit, except on weekends. Literally, if I am not doing anything on a Saturday, I will be rotting in my bedroom editing a video. And yeah, it's actually the most productive usually when I do that. And I like having those days where I can just lock in instead of doing like 1 or 2 hours a day. I feel like that's just not ideal. And a little secret, guys, coming from me, the hardest part of editing a video personally is finding music. It sounds like the easiest, most simplest thing to do, but no. Looking for copyright-free music that actually fits the video is, I think, it's the worst thing ever. It's the worst job ever. I used to be on a subscription for Epidemic Sound. Not sponsored, by the way. They have a huge library of music, but I feel like the songs weren't very suitable for these kinds of videos. So I didn't continue with it, and now I'm just looking at YouTube non-copyright music, which is even worse because there's super little selection. And oh my goodness, guys, big life lesson here. So I started my trial with Epidemic Sound, I think back in 2023, and I decided to sign up for this trial. And then if you don't cancel, then obviously they'll bill you once the trial is up. And I made the most dumbest mistake ever. And I guess when I processed that free payment for the trial, the automatic renew was set at 1 year, meaning that when my free trial was up, it would bill me for 1 year of the plan. Can you guess what happened? Yeah, I forgot to cancel after the trial and it billed me $300 Canadian, something like that. It was a lot on a like real money too. Like I didn't even have that much money back then. But just be careful with what you buy and make sure that you cancel subscriptions, especially if you don't plan on continuing with the plan after. So being on that plan kind of forced me to make more videos and make the most out of it. I think it was good at the time, but I did find it really hard to find music for my videos. That is just speaking from my experience, my 1 year of experience having an Epidemic Sound subscription. Anyway, we are just about done building this cottage, so why don't we get into the tour now? It is finally time for the tour, but just before we get into it, the total value of this plot is $156,000. That's kind of a lot considering how this is only an exterior, but here is how the cottage is looking. I think it turned out beautiful, and I love how it looks perfectly nestled in the middle of a forest. It just looks like the most peaceful and cozy getaway spot. I really love how we did the landscaping out here, and look how cute. We also have a bird bath. I love flowers, so of course I took this as an opportunity to use as many flowers as I could, and I'm really proud of how this doorway turned out. I think it looks so good. It's fully custom built. The door itself also is custom built, and I think it turned out really nice. If you think we can pull off an interior, let me know in the comments below. Maybe I'll do a part 2, but that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet to become an elite, and I'll see you in the next one.